You're not supposed to get both, not Chase and Jefferson, but I had a plan. This is Stacking Stars. Welcome back to another episode of Dynasty Diaries. Today we're going to go over some more Dynasty teams. So actually, let's hop right into that. Looking around and that find a league to join button again, and I came across this one league and it said drafting ASAP, no trade startup. So I knew I didn't need any more dynasties, but I was like, let me just sit in the waiting room of it and see how fast it feels. So it actually felt kind of fast. So I went ahead and dove in another league. So let's go straight to the draft. Actually, let's check out the scoring. This league has 5 passing TD, 5-point passing TD, 6 rushing TD. The tight end bonus is 0.75. And that's about it from there. Nothing too crazy. So let's hop right. Jesus. Let's mute that. So let's hop right into the draft. So the cool thing about this draft is there was no trades. So actually ignore all this names on here. Sleeper can't get it right because there was no trades, and it's kind of putting these names up here and kind of confusing you like there was a whole bunch of trades. But I think this is how the order of the rookie draft goes, and it's just like a glitch, to be honest. So in this draft, I was at the 112. A lot of quarterbacks go off the board. So I went ahead and took Jahmyr Gibbs at the 112. Jahmyr Gibbs was the number 1 PPR running back last year. Keep trade cut running backs has him number 2 behind Bijan. So having a startup and starting with Jahmyr Gibbs right there, I'm not mad at all. That's a good running back to start off with in Dynasty. You see, it's getting closer to the season, so now it's giving us all these pop-up projection type things. But I mean, last year you see that's a good average a game. 17, 17, 16, 19. And then when David Montgomery went down, 28, 25, 26, 46. And those were in the fantasy playoffs. So if people had Jahmyr Gibbs last year in the fantasy playoffs, they either got to the finals or they may have won the finals. My next pick, I took Malik Neighbors going in year 2. Last year he finished as wide receiver 6. Keep trade cut has him definitely top 10. Number 3 behind only Jefferson and Chase. Different quarterback situation this year with Russell Wilson, but Russell is good at the deep ball. So anything's an improvement over last year. And last year, he still, as a rookie, just insane numbers. I mean, how many targets did he have? I mean, targets is what it's all about. 170 targets for 109 receptions, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Year 2, wide receivers always make a leap. So having Neighbors, Jahmyr Gibbs startup in a draft that there's no trades, we're just picking straight up and rolling from there. So that round continues. 3rd round reversal. For some reason, Nico Collins is there in the 3rd round. Is it 3rd round reversal? So let's see. Can't tell with these names up here. So here's a 3-7. Then it would be 4, 5-1. So yeah, third round reversal. Nico Collins in the third round. That's not bad. Jameer Gibbs, Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins, and keep trade cut. They have him wide receiver 18. No, not wide receiver 18. Wide receiver 9, top 10. And last year he got hurt. So at the beginning of the year, I mean, he was on a tear. 17, 27, 12, 33, 15. And then he had that long bomb touchdown that he pulled his hamstring and he missed 4 games in the bye week. Came back to the bye week, only 47 snap share, kind of getting back into the groove. But once he got back into the groove, he was himself. And what he finished last year, missing those games. Wide receiver 23, 4 games. I mean, he's easily top 15, close to top 10. 68 receptions, 1,000 yards, 7 TDs. So if he can stay healthy all year, Texans got more weapons, new offensive coordinator. Big things for Nico. If he can stay healthy, he can move into that next range of top 8 wide receivers easily. Next round, go ahead and take Michael Penix here. Year 2. Those last 3 games he started last year, with the playoffs on the line for my Falcons. He played the... Did he play the Giants' first game? Yes, that was his first game, the Giants game. He has that 1 interception, but it bobbled off Pitts' hand. Nothing crazy, but 18 to 27, 202 yards, 1 interception. And then the Sunday night game in Washington, he really showed that he can make some plays. I remember they were down in the fourth quarter. Game-tying drive, Pitts for the touchdown. He showed signs. And then his last game of the season against Carolina, 26.98 points. 2 touchdowns, over 300 yards. Drake killed that game. Got his feet wet a little bit. Had the whole offseason this year to get ready for the next season, knowing that he's the starter. So I'm expecting big things from Michael Penix. And then in the 5th round, I went ahead and took Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence last year, up and down year, finished QB 27. Doesn't really show what he can do. Last year was kind of a turmoil as well. This year, I get Liam Cohen this year, a full offseason with Brian Thomas. They drafted Travis Hunter. So I expect big things out of Trevor Lawrence. Next round, kicker for the rookie draft. Jalen McMillan. And as we know, Jalen McMillan took that big hit in the preseason, so he's actually on the IR. Kicker, Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson last year finished as tight end 25. I'm pretty sure he missed some games last year. Cowboys were a mess last year. No, he didn't miss games. Dak got hurt, and then it just went kind of bad from there. He didn't do too bad. These games without Dak, you can kind of tell. I think if I had to guess, it started week 10. He did get hurt, missed 2 games. So they still got their OC last year is the head coach now, so not much should change for the offense. They should have some chemistry going still, same plays. Next round, take my boy Cortland Sutton. He's not a lot of people's favorite, but man, he is Mr. Consistent. Now that he especially has a good quarterback now. These past few years doesn't really do it justice. But he finishes wide receiver 15 last year with Bo Nix as a rookie. It's not bad. Bo Nix going into year 2. Offense can only get better. But he was consistent. I mean, beginning of the season, kind of here and there, and he had that zero. I know in 2 leagues I was in last year, after those zeros, two of my boys dropped him in both their leagues. So I picked him up in both their leagues. And look what he did after that week: 17, 24, 19, 14, 29, 16. Consistent. And he got paid, got his contract. Cortland Sutton should have another big year coming. Kickers, 2 kicker spots here for the rookie draft. 14-12, I took Chig Okonkwo. I'm a believer in Chig going into his 4th year with Cam Ward. I mean, he's not going to give you a whole bunch of crazy game stats, but the better quarterback, I feel like top 15, he can get there. Last year, Will Levis and Mason Rudolph, not really the greatest QBs, but Cam Ward's kind of a gunslinger, so Chig can take a small step up, and I'll be cool with that. Rico Dowdle. So obviously this draft was in maybe January. Rico Dowdle says Dallas Cowboys here. Obviously hoping he can get re-signed. 1-year deal. Cowboys #1 back, but he's on Carolina now. Adonai Mitchell in the 16th round. Hopefully he can take another step. And now that we know Daniel Jones is starting, people are going to get catchable balls in Indianapolis. Took Will Levis here before we knew he was going on IR. Took Jerome Ford before the draft. But they got Quinshon Judkins and Dylan Sampson. But we all know that Judkins don't even have a contract yet, so we'll see how that goes. And then I took Zamir White, Zach Moss, 2 more kicker spots, Jonathan Mingo, Rondell Moore, Mike Dolan, Rondell Moore getting hurt. Season ending 2 years in a row. It's tough. Gus Edwards, Jelani was nothing crazy down there. And I did make a trade after this draft at some point during the off season. There was a guy hit me up in my DMs. He was had a lot of first round picks, so I think he was more in that stacking picks, looking for the future. And he offered me Marvin Harrison. And I was like, I can do Marv year 2. So in the trade, traded my 2025 first, which Sleeper doesn't really show which one it was, but I think it was the 110, 2025 second, and 2026 first next year for Marvin Harrison Jr. and a 2026 second. So now let's go look at the rookie draft. So in the rookie draft, I did trade the 110. So yeah, I did trade the 110, but I did have a pick at the 112. And I took RJ Harvey there. And then the second round, I actually made another trade. The same guy. I gave him my 2025 second, which I'm pretty sure was like the 209 and the 211 so I gave him those 2 picks, a 2025 fourth and another 2025 fourth for his 2025 early second. So I wanted to get at the top of the second round because I've done a bunch of rookie drafts already at this time, and I knew the players you can get in the front were better than the ones you get in the back. So at the 201, because this rookie draft went snake, I took Luther Burden there. He's going to be in Ben Johnson offense, handpicked by the staff, second rounder, and he should be good in that offense. And I'd rather have Luther Burden than I think I had the 209, Terrence Ferguson or Jalen Monroe, any of these guys in the back, Shadur, Bashal Tootin. I'm a Bashal Tootin guy, but I'd rather have Luther Burden. So I traded those late seconds for that early second there. So now let's go look at the team. So we have Trevor Lawrence, Jahmyr Gibbs, RJ Harvey, Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins, Marvin Harrison, Jake Ferguson, Cortland Sutton, Jerome Ford in the starting spot, Chig in the starting spot, Michael Penix. Starters, a couple young backs on the bench, Luther Burden, her on the IR, Jelly McMillan, Xavier Restrepo, and it says 2026 first, but let's go back. Go to Devi, go back, drafting ASAP, no trades, team, scroll down again, and now the picks are correct. So I don't know if, since I have so many teams, Sleeper gives me a lot of glitches, or maybe just they have a lot of glitches. But I got 2026 second, my 2026 second, someone else's 26 second, no first. I'm not mad about this team. Quinshon Judkins not signing is giving Jerome Ford this boost, and now that we are so close to the season, we are getting more accurate projections, but we don't always believe projections because anything can happen in the football games. So now we're going to jump on the main screen. Look at my pretty face. And we're going to go jump over to the power ranking websites and see what they think of that team that I built. And we are going to start off with Dynasty Daddy. Jump over here with me. Drafting ASAP, no trades. Power rankings. So far right now, it's on trade value. So it's including the draft picks. And it has me in the 7th spot. Frisky. Doesn't really like my QB rank. Trevor Lawrence, Michael Penix. That'll change once the season starts. I think they're both gonna ball out. Jahmyr Gibbs, RJ Harvey. A nice trio of receivers right there. Nice depth. Cortland Sutton. Tight ends, C minus. And my picks, let's see what the contender view looks like. They have me in the 9th spot. All right. I think I'm going to compete more than that, but it has a bunch of zeros there. Why is that? Let's change this to the one that was updated 45 minutes ago. Still got me in the 9th spot, but no numbers here. It's weird. How can we... That says redraft. That says Dynasty. So we'll hit this one. Now we got numbers, but they still got me in a 9th spot. I'm ready to prove them wrong, actually. So let's move over to Flock Fantasy. We'll go. Okay, now on Flock. Are they trying to make me pay or something? Interesting. Anyways, Flock. They have me at the... So I guess on this one is find your name. They did some sort of an update, so I don't know what they got going on now. But they got me ranked 10th. Man, these guys are hating today. That's all right. Let's go hop over to Keep Trade Cut. See if they're nicer to my team over here. So with full team in picks, they have me at the 7th spot. But with players only at the 7th spot. So power rankings aren't really these sites aren't really too excited about my team, but season's starting soon, so we'll see how that turns out. So the title of this episode is Stacking Stars. So in this next dynasty team, the reason it's called Stacking Stars, as you can see with the thumbnail with the two superstars on it. After doing so many of these drafts, I kind of got into a pattern of what I liked, and I realized I didn't like to look for the future and give picks away. Like I felt being more aggressive was kind of a way to was a cool way to build teams, basically. So let's hop over to Sleeper. So in this next league, Dirty 30, I made some moves here. So let's check out the scoring. 5-point passing TD. Got a -2 for pick sixes thrown. 40 plus and 50 plus yard TD bonuses. 40 plus rushing and 40 plus or 1 point for a 40-yard rush. 1.5 points for a 40-yard rush TD. 40-yard reception bonus, which I guess they should have a 40-yard reception TD bonus as well, but that's okay. Got a reception bonus, 0.25 for running backs, and a tight end premium of 0.75 with bonuses for 200 rushing and receiving yard games and 400-yard passing games. So a little bit more scoring here, a little bit more interesting. So let's hop into the draft. So in this draft, I was picking at the 6th spot. So there was a quarterback run. So first, it started with Jahmyr Gibbs going at the 101. There's a reason why he took the 101. I think he didn't mean to click him, but then he was like, having Gibbs ain't bad, so no redo, let's roll. Cool for me. Then we see Lamar go off, Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow, kind of a surprise because he doesn't go that early, but I was not mad because at the 106, I am taking our boy, Jamar Chase. The overall number one fantasy player last year, 175 targets, 127 receptions, 1,700 yards, 17 touchdowns. Sheesh. That man was balling last year. Obviously, number one wide receiver, keep trade cut. But look at these crazy games. 30, 43, 59, 26, 21, 46, 18. I mean, fantasy playoffs. So Dynasty startup at the 106. You can't really be mad about taking the Jamar Chase. But that's not it. We are stacking stars. So I fought to get back into this first round, and I got a trade done. So that trade, I traded my 2026 first, my 2025 second in the startup, and the 2025 ninth in the startup to move up to the 108 to take the second best receiver in the NFL, Justin Jefferson. So I'm starting out with Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson in a startup Dynasty League. That's why I'm hooked to all these Dynasty Leagues. Because you can do stuff like this. I mean, if you're playing Madden and you start a league or you do a fantasy draft in Madden and you can get Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, does it matter who your quarterback is? Not really. Because you got studs. Finishes wide receiver 2. Obviously, he's wide receiver 2 and keep trade cut as well. Missed some games. Did we miss some games, Justin? He did not. But that's okay. We ball out. So I got the wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 in this Dynasty startup. So I obviously have no second round pick, but I was comfortable giving up that second round because it was Justin Jefferson, and I wasn't getting Justin Jefferson in the second round. Who am I getting? I probably wouldn't have took Trey McBride. I don't take tight ends early. Marvin Harrison, Nico, Amon-Ra, Brian Thomas, giving up next year's 2026 first. I mean, yes, I probably would have took Brian Thomas, but I think I got enough Brian Thomas here. But the idea to stack Chase and Jefferson, and I just realized I can just figure the rest out. So I do miss out on a pick in the second round, but no one in the second round I'd rather have over Justin Jefferson. And we got a third round reversal. And with the 3-7 in the third round, I take Ladd McConkey. Rookie year, he finished as wide receiver 13. We know he's going to have that second year jump. Keep trade cut. Wide receiver 10. Going to a second year. Jim Harbaugh, Justin Herbert. They did lose their left tackle, but Harbaugh, I feel like, is going to find someone to get the job done. Year 2 lead. I love my wide receivers. And we have a starting lineup with Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Ladd McConkey. This was by far my favorite team to start so far. And in the fourth round, I don't really know what these guys are doing, but they let Rashee Rice fall to me. And now we know that Rashee Rice is suspended for the first 6 games of the season, but this is not redraft. This is Dynasty. I get to have Rashee Rice for years to come, paired with Ladd McConkey, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson. Look at these first games. No injury. Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey's last year. He's riding off in the sunset with Taylor Swift. Let's ride. In the 5th round, we take our boy, once again, Michael Penix. We'll talk about him later. In the 6th round, we take J.J. McCarthy, year 2, Kevin O'Connell, pairing him with Justin Jefferson. Let's ride. 7th round, we go kicker, 8th kicker for the rookie draft. I don't have my 9th round pick. 10th round, we take Zach Charbonnet. 11th round, kicker for the rookie draft. Not really no tight ends on the board. You know, I do love Chig, but let's take a different person here. So we took Cole Kmet. Before the rookie draft, obviously, they draft top 10 tight end Colston Loveland. So that pick is not as sexy as it was at the time. We take Mr. Consistent, Jacoby Myers in the 13th round. Fill out our wide receiver depth. Mr. Consistent. He's going through a contract dispute right now, so we'll see if he stays with the team. They do not want to trade him. They just signed Amari Cooper, but if Jacoby stays, Geno, Brock Bowers, Great pick. Kicker, Hollywood Brown. Ratio will be out. He can step up. Not bad. Kicker, Jerome Ford. Once again, before the rookie draft. This is a dynasty draft sometimes in January, so different circumstances at the time. Christian Kirk says Jacksonville. We know now he's on Houston. Alec Pierce had a good, probably his best year. Good depth. Daniel Jones says Minnesota. He's on the Colts now, and as we know, he is the starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts, so that pick looks a lot better. Followed up with Luke Musgrave. Hopefully, he can take a leap, but I think I was listening to a podcast and they said he might be hurt again. 21st round pick. Not mad about it. Aiden O'Connell out 6 to 8 weeks. Zach Moss got cut. Kicker, Miles Sanders, not in Carolina, on Dallas. Flacco on Indy here. No, he's not. He is the starter for the Cleveland Browns. Kenny Pickett, Philly. Nope. He is the backup for somebody not in Cleveland anymore. And Devontae Walker, Thrash, Melton, some scrubs. But that was my big trade. I didn't make any trades after that. So let's hop right into the rookie draft. So in the rookie draft, on top of that, I had first round picks from taking kickers somewhat early. And with the 9th pick, I took Quinshon Judkins. At the time, great value. Now, no contract. Stories he might go back to college for the year. But we'll have him for years to come. And I took Cole Kmet in the startup draft. So at the 111, I went ahead and said, let's go ahead and get Colston Loveland to improve that pick, my tight end room. So one way or another, I'm getting the best of the Bears tight end group. Emeka Egbuka goes at the 112. Looking back at it now, would love to have Emeka Egbuka here with everything that we've heard in the offseason. Chris Godwin's on the IR, so he's missing the first 4 games of the season. Nothing but good news about Emeka Egbuka. Second round, RJ Harvey goes there, which is a great pick for that person. So I went ahead and took Caleb Johnson because usually he goes at the end of the first round. So great value there. Took a shot on Jack Betch, took a shot on Kyle Williams. In the third round, late third round, I took Dylan Sampson. So that pick looked absolutely amazing now. Because now that Quinshon's not there, I have Dylan Sampson as the backup right there. So if Dylan Sampson takes over this year, great. Quinshon comes back, great. So let's take a look at the team. Team name, Chasing Greatness. Let's go. Michael Penix, Jerome Ford. We got that double Cleveland starters. Christian Kirk starting. Ladd, Colston Loveland, Jacoby Myers, Zach Charbonnet, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. The projections are out, so you got to make the lineup look the best you can right now. And the reason that is because Rashee Rice is suspended. He's on the bench. Got 2 starting QBs backing up. Kenny Pickett, Las Vegas. That's what it was. He's the backup for Geno. Caleb Johnson, Quinshon. Rookies I picked up. Free agency, Rashee Rice, Jack Betch, Hollywood Brown. Picked up Darren Waller, Cole Kmet. Got the starter, Loveland, Musgrave, Kyle Williams, Walker. Shouldn't be all my picks. Let's get the correct showing. Second, third. Give it my first, Chase and Jefferson. So we are going to go to general. We are going to snag this league ID. And just so you guys don't have to Look at all this terrible clicking. This time around, we'll actually start with keep trade cut, just because I have that ID number there and a full screen there. Guess you guys can come with me now. We'll hit this back button. We'll delete that. We'll copy. We'll paste. We'll start. Players only. Chasing greatness at the 2 spot. I don't even believe that's high enough for this team. This is absolutely my favorite team that I had drafted so far. This is Dynasty number 16. 40 to go. Not 42 go, but 40 total. Full team plus pick still at the 2 spot. Let's hop over to Dynasty Daddy. We'll hit that back button. There we go. The 30-30. The 30-30. All right, let's check out these power rankings. Making it so hard today. Trade value. They have me at the 5 spot. A fraud. How is that even possible? Probably because on the draft picks. Continue review. What are we looking at here? It keeps going to this. Gets me at the 3 spot. That's a Dynasty Daddy rankings. Not bad. I mean, I'm a playoff team, knock on wood. That's okay. This flock gonna be nice to us. So let's check out these power rankings over here in Flock Fantasy. They got me at the 2 spot. I mean, I absolutely love my wide receiver core. I think I love this wide receiver core so much in all my other dynasties. It changed, or it confirmed the way that I like my teams to look. So that is Dynasty team number 15 and 16. What I learned about this episode, well, I guess at this point in time, January, doing these leagues, that I love wide receiver teams. This is by far my most favorite team so far. But if you guys enjoyed, drop me a comment, hit me with a like, subscribe. Tune into the next episode. We'll go over more Dynasty teams on my road to 40 before the season starts, and I am behind, but I'm going to try. Other than that, appreciate you guys for joining. I'm Hutch. This is no off season. Peace.